Hello, it's American Nomad. It's the day after Christmas, and it's a beautiful day out. Nice and sunny, enjoying the weather. People keep asking me about my daily routine, so I'll cover that real quickly. Uh, I get up in the morning, I have a Carnation instant breakfast, and then I go to work. That's pretty much my daily routine. I do try to get around every day and walk around this place, uh, check all the buildings, make sure all the equipment's not been messed with, and that's about it. So, so that's my daily routine. Yesterday I had fixed myself a little Christmas dinner. Uh, and enjoyed that. Insert picture here. And then I thought today I might talk to you, middle of the winter, good time to talk to you about the air conditioning. Hello, folks. American Nomad here. It's December 31st here in Indiana. Well, it's December 31st everywhere else too, and the weather's beautiful, isn't it? What do we got going on over here? We got some mowing going, and so I guess it's not too bad out. Hi, it's 2022, January 1st already. Imagine that. I've been really busy. I got a part-time job. I'm working 4 days a week down at the local retailer doing the retail thing, and making a little bit of money during the winter off season here at the racetrack. So that's what I've got going on. The exhaust broke on my truck. I need to get it repaired. I don't know if I'm gonna. I went to who repaired it last time, and they've closed their business down. I haven't found anyone else to do it. May end up having to try to do it myself. And it is pouring down rain. It's been pouring down rain every time I'm off work for some reason. Hard to film a lot of times when it's raining hard. You can't hear anything in here. So got that going on, and the temperature outside is 46, and it is getting ready to drop to single digit temperatures in the next week. So we've got that going on too. Just been keeping me really busy. So I got a few things today to talk to you about. A lot of people have asked questions. I like to get them questions answered. If I don't directly answer your question, it probably means I'm working on answering that question in a video that's coming up. Otherwise, I probably am giving you some sort of an answer, or at least acknowledging that you sent me a message. I try to. It's really difficult. I appreciate all the subscribers. As a matter of fact, it's a little overwhelming because I started this channel. It really wasn't. The truck was a subject matter. But I started it to learn how to YouTube. I didn't start it because I wanted to do the truck necessarily, but I wanted to learn how to YouTube. And I do have some other subject matter coming up in the future. Some opinion stuff. I want to talk a little bit about the government, a little bit about rights, a little bit about homeschool, a little bit about a lot of different subjects, and I'll come up with some videos on them when I feel it's appropriate to time, and I have the time to do it. We'll be going ahead and talking about some of these other things, and I hope that you'll appreciate it and step in and give some comments on them things as well. I do appreciate everybody that's tuned in on all the truck stuff. It is awesome. I do want to talk to you today. I got a couple notes here. Let's see, my daily life. Everybody keeps asking about my daily life. It's just like everybody else's. Um, you know, I'm not. I didn't do this to travel the world and show all my adventures along the way. Um, I did this as a financial thing. I didn't do it as a YouTube thing or anything else. So I'm going to touch on the finances and how that has gone. Um, and that is one of the things I want to talk about. How did I end up here in the first place? Well, if you watch my other videos, which I hope you have, you kind of know the progression of how I started out. It was going to be to save some money in order to move into another apartment or a house that I could rent. And um, I was also seeing my job change where I was working. And knowing that I didn't want to be tied to a lease because my job wasn't guaranteed and that I might have to move in order to find suitable employment. So that was kind of the crux of the issue. And then when I got into the truck and had almost saved the money to move, I wrecked the truck and then got the van. And then again, one thing led to another, ended up in this. Knew it was going to take some time. I was about $45,000 in the hole 6 years ago. I was paying $700 a month rent. I was paying $200 a month in utilities, cable, and other stuff, and really didn't have any wiggle room. So I had all this debt, and I was making minimum payments. That was it. I wasn't getting anywhere. Balances were not being reduced at all. So I started this out in order to have the money to reduce balances and to do that. I knew my job was going to change and ending, so I was looking for a way to do that. And so in that interim period where I was living in a truck and I was saving some money and I had doubled up on all my bills, so I was getting balances reduced, and I had a savings account. I had money in my wallet, and the job, it was time to make a change. So I left that job and I went to work for a person that flips real estate. And I would go there. I would go in. They would take foreclosed homes. I go in. The place would be maybe trashed, filled with trash. I would clean it out, empty it out, paint it, check all the outlets, check all the plumbing, see if there's any leaks, see if there's any repairs that need to be done, see if there was anything where you needed a tradesman to take care of it or whether I could handle it myself. And then when that was all done, it'd take a week or two. I would move to the next house. Over time, his availability of houses changed, and I went and got a job at a truck stop cleaning showers on the midnight shift. So I was working at the truck stop. I was staying at the truck stop. Let's see. After that, then I wanted to move down here closer to where my mother's at. My boys are down here in this area, and I wanted to be in this area closer, and I came down here, and I found a job doing appliance repairs. And in my previous life, I owned an appliance repair business for 15 years and worked for two other appliance places for several years also. So that was right in my trade field, and I was like, okay, I can step right in here and do that. Well, COVID came along, and right in the beginning of all that, before there was any test and any of that kind of stuff, I got sick. So I called off work, and basically they told me not to come back, that I needed to stay. They were concerned, so I needed to stay out, and to go ahead and try to draw unemployment, which I did. At that time, there was no $600 extra or anything. So I signed up for that. I got the unemployment in. Eventually, because because of my erratic work and the amount that the type of work I did and what was paid into unemployment, the quarters that I worked, and how much I made, my unemployment was low. It was like $70 a week, so it was no big deal. They did come out with that $600 thing, and I took that and I invested it into precious metals. I bought a lot of brass, and then I managed, because my bills are lower now. In that period of time, I had paid off a lot of bills, and I am currently, well, I need to fix my exhaust, and I need a new phone. This phone's acting up, and that's all I have. I don't have a camera or anything. It's just my phone. So anyway, I'm down to about $2,000 in debt. I'm feeling really good about that, and it's unfortunate about all the time of reduced work with the COVID thing. Otherwise, I would be completely out of debt and have some money aside from that. But aside from that, I'm doing fine. I'm comfortable. I'm staying warm. I'm staying well fed. It's not a problem at all. So that's how I ended up here. I was, during that period of time when I was working a lot and I had the truck, what I enjoyed doing on the weekends was going to drag races. So I was actually going to racetracks every weekend, and they allowed you to camp there. So I'd pay to see the races, and I'd camp for free, because I noticed that if I went to a campground, it actually cost more than going to the races. So I just went to different racetracks for 1 year, one summer. Every weekend pretty much I went to a racetrack. So that, when I got into this town, I saw the racetrack. I applied for work, but I was working also at the appliance place, and I did both. I worked weekends down here at the racetrack. I worked during the week at the appliances, and when the appliances went away, the racetrack was still here. And when things shut down, there were no more Walmarts to stay in, no more Lowe's to stay in. None of the places where I was staying and being perfectly comfortable, they were shut down at night. Now I'm standing out like a sore thumb, and cops are knocking on the doors. So I did ask if it was possible that I stayed at the racetrack, and that's when he said, well, the owner would prefer if somebody was on the premises to watch things that they used to rent. There's a place here at the track they used to rent, but it's getting old and run down, and nobody really wants to do that. And so my opportunity here to have my own place worked out nicely. So that's how I ended up here. Now, just for fun, I thought we'd talk a little bit about gadgets. I love my gadgets. One of the things that I love is this little flashlight. It will light up this whole room. I don't need any other light. I just shine it on the ceiling. Ceiling's white. That's it. It's rechargeable, plugged into the solar. Boom. Easy, nice light. Very bright. Very good light. It's awesome. Made by DeWalt. Now, I have a lot of DeWalt tools, but one of my favorites is this baby here. You gotta have a vacuum. That's all there is to it. It's got the battery, rechargeable also. It's a wet dry vac. So it's really awesome. It's got the canister type filter on there. You got your little container, and I can see that I need to empty that. I've been using it quite a bit. Anyway, I really love this little DeWalt vacuum, little handheld job. It is light, portable. The hose comes out so you can get in crannies and stuff. It's got a nozzle on the front. It's a nice little unit. It doesn't take up a lot of space. I think it was one of my better purchases, and I'm glad that I've got it. Um, so, and as shop vacs go, normally shop vacs are really loud, and this one is also. Just so you know. Um, so I'm not going to run it for you. Uh, Digital thermometer. I I recommend these. I cook with cast iron a lot, but it's good to measure your water for, if you're going to heat water, maybe for a shower, if you're heating water that way, which I do often, even though I have a shower in there. I also have use it to check temperature of my skillets. Um, Easy way to do that in order to regulate. A little bit different. You should, have that. A friend gave me this little flashlight here. Nice little flashlight. It's cool. You know, everybody should have a little flashlight. So thanks everybody again. Everybody who's liked, who's clicked, who's replied, who's commented, who's been involved in any way in this channel. This is your channel. Feel free to speak up. You got an opinion, you don't like something, let me know. Now, about people that wrote in. About the carbon monoxide detector. Several people have written about the carbon monoxide detector. So, in response to that, okay, Google, where do I put my carbon monoxide detector? So one of the questions that a lot of people have asked is what I watch on YouTube. Um, I don't watch a lot of the truck build stuff, although I do watch Natalie and Jimmy. If you haven't seen them, they're young people that are doing it, which is a little unusual in today's times. And they've got a schoolie bus, and she's very good at editing. He's really good at engineering, and the two of them together make some interesting stuff. And they cover their travels and stuff like that more. So they've got a fun channel to watch. I enjoy watching Lex Friedman. He's a person that does like long interviews, like Joe Rogan or that kind of thing. But his topics are different. So I like watching Lex. Not everybody would be interested in that. I enjoy Eli, the People's Guy. If you like First Amendment audits and stuff, he's quite a character. I do like watching a lot of First Amendment audits, but I enjoy Eli's music as well. But I'm not allowed to sing it. It's just not. I can't. No, not allowed. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great new year, and you keep tuning in and watching. I have a lot more stuff coming up, and hopefully we can get to all your questions answered and everything. Whoever asked, I get 8 miles to the gallon. I can get a little higher on the highway, and I'm going to close this out with some of the details on the truck, just some pictures of the truck itself, details from when I purchased it. So people that have questions about size and things like that, all them specs is what I mean to say. So I'll include that here at the end. And everybody have a great new year. Keep tuning in. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Subscribe. And we appreciate all of you. Remember, I don't get paid for none of this. I don't have no fancy equipment. I just got a telephone and a truck. And that's all it is. I'm just going to tell you about where I'm at and what I'm thinking and how I'm doing. So I'm doing great today. You have a good day yourself. if you're going to be roaming around out there in the world, I suggest you have a walking stick. You know, you never know. You might need to poke something, see if it's alive. And I also recommend that you carry a rock in case it is alive. I got this one from Abel.